बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। रब्बि श्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली।
Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to teach you the lesson Cellular Organization of Plants and Animals. Now I am going to teach you the lesson with the help of an example of a brick house. When we look at a brick house, we can easily see that the bricks are small units in it. Like a brick house, all living things or organisms are made of small units. In this chapter, we shall discuss about these small units of living organisms. Now students, the first topic of this chapter is cells. The definition of cells says what? A cell is a basic unit of structure and function of all living organisms. So students, cells are different in sizes, shapes and functions. All living organisms are made of cells. Plants and animals are made of trillions of cells. Some living organisms consist of only one cell. The example of that living organism is bacteria. Now students, this diagram shows some common types of cells. The first one is skin cells, second one is bone cells, third one is nerve cells, fourth one is white blood cells, fifth one is red blood cells, and the last one is muscle cells. These common types of cells have some specific functions. Skin cells. The function of skin cells is to cover the body and protect inner layers. For example, if you get hurt, it is our skin cells which helps to heal the wound. Second one is bone cells. The function of bone cells is to produce bones, to shape and to support body. Example is, if our bone is fractured, these cells help our bones to shape it again. Third one is nerve cells. The function of nerve cells is to conduct messages. The example of nerve cells is that if we touch any hot thing, nerve cells convey the message to our brain, and in the result we put our hand back. Next one is white blood cells. The function of white blood cells is to fight against germs that cause diseases. So students, white blood cells help the body to kill the germs and cure the diseases. Now red blood cells. The function of red blood cells is to transport oxygen around the body. Students, in the result of its function, we can take breath. The next one is muscle cells. The function of muscle cells is to contract and bring about movement. So muscle cells help us in our body's movement. For example, in walk, running, bending of knees, arms, moving forward and backward. So students, that's all about today's lecture. Hope you understand it. Now some questions arises in your mind that maybe what is cell? The answer of this question is a cell is the basic unit of structure and function of all living organisms. The next question is, are all living organisms consist of only one cell? As I told you, all living organisms are made of cells. Some living organisms consist of only one cell. The example is bacteria. Plants and animals are made of trillions of cells. The third question is, can we see cells? Some cells are large enough to be seen with the naked eye. For example, yolk of an egg. But most cells are too small, we cannot see with our eyes. We need a special instrument to see those kinds of cells. That special instrument is microscope. The next one is, what is the function of nerve cells? The function of nerve cells is to conduct messages or to send the messages to the brain. Here comes today's diary. Do learn the definition of cells, its types, and what functions do they perform. Also write it down on your rough registers. Thank you. Stay blessed and Allah Hafiz.